Welcome back to Good Afternoon Kentucky on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey, welcome back in. Well, if you follow us here on Good Afternoon Kentucky, you might have noticed that all three of us were out last week for spring break.
But we thought that we would share some of the highlights with you from our spring break. So first, we're going to start off with TG.
Yeah, we were not in the same place. Yeah, we had...
Party of two.
Yeah. All right, that is me ziplining off the side of the Icon of the Seas, which is the largest cruise ship on the water. This is at Maho Beach in St. Martin, out east of the Virgin Islands. This is a famous spot where literally the planes land like 100 feet over your head. I'm a huge aviation geek, as most people know, and this has been a bucket list thing. And my lovely, wonderful wife, Suzanne, and I and my stepdaughters, Carson and Ramsey, went on a week-long cruise, and this was part of it. But again, I have been like looking forward to this forever, and it literally is as close as it looks. Now, one thing I didn't show was when they take off, people get behind there, and I had my sunglasses on and literally held the camera up like this, and you could see the people in front of me were like practically getting blown down.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
There was another one that took off after that. Somebody pulled up one of those open air Jeeps, and it literally almost ripped the top of it off.
Oh my gosh.
But it's great because there's a little restaurant right there, and you can just see them coming. And keep in mind, you know, the northern half of it is French, and the other side is Dutch. So you've got KLM and Air France coming from Amsterdam. These things are huge. But the zip line thing, literally, you're 20.
That looked amazing.
20 stories off the deck. You know, off the deck meaning the ocean, not the deck.
Right.
And and we were just off the coast of St. Thomas, just left the Virgin Islands.
The largest cruise ship sailing you all took.
It's the Icon of the Seas. It is the largest cruise ship in the water anywhere. I mean, it is literally like a floating city. I mean, you've got like a park in the middle of the promenade. I thought I was at the mall with everything going on. I mean, it just, that was really incredible. And of course, you know, we do the stop in St. Thomas, and then, of course, Royal has their own island in the Bahamas, which features the largest or the highest water slide. It's 17 stories. So we climbed to the top, and even the girls and I did the whole thing. You talk about some speed.
Okay, so this is a high-octane vacation.
Right.
We went the opposite direction.
Let's talk about the high vacation.
I like this as well, but yeah, mine was a little crazy.
So we took on the Great Smoky Mountains. We went down to Gatlinburg. We've been going to Gatlinburg for 20 years. It seems like we go every year.
We do. Multiple times, too.
But this cabin that we got was the best view we've ever had.
It was.
In 20 years.
It was. We've never stayed on that side of Gatlinburg before. We always seem to end up on the other side or down in Sevierville, one or the other.
We went up to Anakeesta, this beautiful new facility up there. This was a sunrise.
Yeah.
Just an amazing trip.
So relaxing.
Restorative. You got to do hillbilly golf.
Yes, and that's the first time we've done it. All these years that we've been going down there, we've never done hillbilly golf. The line is always a mile long, so we never want to wait in that line.
But restorative is the word I keep coming back to. I mean, even the boys were just, you know, phones down and just jaws dropped when they saw this.
When they walked in, they were floored.
We were amazed. And we took the rope lines, not hanging 20 feet off the deck, but scary and fun and exhilarating in its own right. So we want to thank visitgatlinburg.com for helping us plan this great trip. And we've got to give a shout out to the Mountain Laurel Chalets. They're the best cabin rental company we've ever worked with in 20 years.
So nice to work with, too. They were so friendly and just wonderful.
Well, and you guys get the best of both worlds, because it's great people watching when you're down on the street. And then you get the serenity and those views up there. Now, this will show you how pathetic I am. I used to go all the time when I was younger. The last time I set foot in Gatlinburg was 2 days after the last time Kentucky won the national championship in basketball.
Oh my gosh. So that's what,
April of 2012. Yes.
We got to get you back down there.
Crazy. And we talked about going, but when I saw your pictures, I'm like, that is serenity and fun.
Oh,
it absolutely was. Great dining too. We went to Blake Shelton's place, Old Red.
That's right.
Listened to some live music.
That was great. Yeah.
It was a wonderful
musician
trip.
was fantastic.
So from the mountains to the ocean and everywhere in everywhere in between.
That's right.
That spot there in St. Martin, that's famous. And I've read about it for years. I've always thought, could it be as close as it seems? But like you said, it was landing on your head practically.
It really is. I mean, 100 feet, especially if they get very close to nailing it right at the end of the runway. But as you can see, I mean, it's packed. I mean, people just, especially with the cruise ships in port, and we were laughing off the air. I'm literally waiting for a plane to come in, and a couple walks by and says, "Hey, we're on the cruise. We watch you all the time. We're from Lexington." It was amazing how many people from Kentucky were on that in our viewing area.
You know what? We said the same thing. There were UK sweatshirts and T-shirts all over Gatlinburg.
Yeah.
Big world, small world. All right, let's give you an update on this weather. The severe weather right now is across northern Kentucky. Good thing. Unfortunately, we've got that severe thunderstorm watch till 11 o'clock for everywhere but our southern counties. Now, the good news is once the front gets through here, I think by mid to late evening, we're in the clear. I wish we had at least better news for Easter weekend. Not necessarily a washout, but I do think we'll dodge a few storms.
Okay, hopefully.
Well, it is springtime in Kentucky.
It is.
This is what we've got.
Yep.
And it's back to work. Nice reflection on the vacations. We're back at it. Thanks, everybody. See you soon.